God, Jordan, I'm so fucking wet. Jordan, I'm so wet over
I
here.
haven't seen him this wet since Philadelphia.
Jordan, I'm so fucking wet. Jordan, look at me. I'm so wet. Hello and welcome to the 231st installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby. And only me, no other random guy this time.
Yeah, so
dude.
get ready for this to be a lot less funny.
A lot less funny, a lot less entertaining.
Yeah. We have a ghost in the room currently, but that's about it.
Yes, we do. Yeah, Lexi is in the back.
Yeah, we have a live studio audience today.
Oh my God! All right,
Jordan, remind everyone where do we put this show?
So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS Feed link below. YouTube and Spotify have the video platform where you can see us. Instagram, TikTok, you can contact us. And you can also do so via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. And Chris.
Jordan, I'm so wet right now.
You are a moist man.
Dude, it's 100 degrees out, actually.
Call this dude Aquaman.
It's 100 degrees, actually.
Yeah, no, actually.
I went outside and I thought I was going to melt.
It does feel like it. I've been seeing a lot of GIFs of, Terminator 2 when she's having a nightmare and the nuclear bomb hits her.
Yes, I have used that exact one.
Yeah.
I used that yesterday.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. You literally open the door to your house and you're like, getting melted.
Yeah, so we're doing a rare late day recording.
3 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
3:18, 33, 34, 35 currently, because it's not my birthday, but it's the weekend before my birthday. So my birthday's on Monday, and I don't want to invite people over for a party on a Monday.
I'm not going to that.
So it's a Friday, and I was like, everyone just, come on over. Come on over. We'll have a little shindig, a little thing. Come hang out in the 100-degree heat with me.
Yes.
So Jordan decided, he's already going to be here, and we already got to do it, and Saturday's the 4th of July, so, might as well just come on over
record
before
this
we
first.
do this.
Yeah.
So it's my birthday. It's going to be your birthday very soon, Jordan.
Yeah, we're 3 days apart. Really helped us.
The big 25.
It feels like 250, just like America, baby!
America 250. 250th anniversary.
Yeah.
I think I'm more hype about my birthday, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We've had a lot of birthdays together so far where we've either had a party or we've done things, and I still remember my favorite one being when we were at the liquor store and the lady's like, 3 days apart.
Oh, yeah, and then she asked me what the birth date was on my license, and I fucking froze.
It's like a deer in headlights moment.
I legitimately forgot my birthday for a second.
Yeah.
It didn't register that she was asking me a question.
I remember our logic being like, bitch, you have the thing.
Yeah. I was like, you're fucking reading it. You tell me, lady. But listen, it caught me off guard, and I've never been asked that since, by the way.
No, yeah, she was fucking with us. She was doing a little trolling.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly,
I've never been questioned ever again after that. But whatever.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird things.
It's a toss up now. Well, I think it's because by now, despite the fact I still look like I'm 13, you can see all the light. Despite the fact it looks like I'm crying right now, you see all the light behind my eyes. If you look at where I'm gesturing, where there should be a light and a sparkle, it's gone. Yeah. And that's how you can tell I'm in my mid-20s.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But, Chris, you know what does sparkle, shine, and is beautiful?
What?
The little project we worked on that finally released.
It finally is out. It was delayed cyberpunk style. But it is finally out.
Bug-free.
It's bug-free. I listened to our episode and ours only. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, so I
Not that I didn't
them.
have interest in the other ones. It's just that I only had really time to listen to ours.
Yeah, so I listened to ours right away. I messaged them, and then I was like, hey, I'm going to listen to the others. I promise I'm just a selfish prick. So I went straight to my episode.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously.
So if you look up Mr. Andrew on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, it's all over the place. You can look up his account or 10 Tales from the Script. That is the 10-part story saga that we participated in.
It will be linked in the description.
Probably. I'll remind Chris.
Because there's a gap between me editing this and me uploading this.
And there's liquor in the
so
between.
there's and I just start slamming fentanyl between them. So if I will remember in the edit, and then by the time I upload, I'll probably forget. So if I do forget, I'll watch this back when it goes on YouTube, and then I'll go, oh shit, and then paste it.
Exactly. And then, she also has another album that released, Genre Fluid. It's a musical one. I listened to one song so far, and it was pretty funny. It's a pretty whimsical song. So
nice.
Check those out. Definitely check out our episode. It's supposed to be episode 9, Mac Murray and the Little Man. I think we did all right. For a couple of Joe Schmoes.
Yeah, for us, pretty good.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes, not too long. His narration's hysterical. So, and if you don't know what we're talking about, or you're wondering who Mr. Andrew is, go back to the last episode. We did like a little mock interview thing that just turned into chicanery with him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But Chris, plug aside. I'm not talking the one in your butt. I'm not talking about that kind of
I was
plug.
just saying, because it's in right now.
Your birthday.
He's got the remote for it. If you just hit the button.
Check this out.
Whoa!
You're
the fucking lithium battery and it explodes and I die.
It's like those hoverboards. You hear psst.
I die fucking Gus Fring style. Oh, and I blow up. Except it's half my ass that's missing instead of my face.
You know how half his face is missing? It's like assless chaps.
I walk out with just a bone pelvis.
Oh, that's funny. So, it's too hot in here to be laughing this much.
Oh, man.
So, your birthday's coming up.
Allegedly,
my birthday's coming up. You recently purchased me a bird book while you were away.
I did.
And that got me thinking, I'm like, what can I get Chris? Because there's not a whole lot of physical things I could purchase you.
It's really true. I don't, if I want something, I just fucking buy it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as me.
I have so much money.
So I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I know what I'm gonna get, Chris. So instead, I used some artistic talent to make you this.
Oh, American Woodcock. I like it.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna put this on the fridge.
So thanks. Yeah, your dad's gonna be like, "What's this ass drawing?" Like that's your favorite son. He's like, actually.
I was gonna say you did officially get updated to son status.
Oh yeah.
When I was like, I gave him a forewarning because it was like, I'm gonna be in the kitchen. I just told Jordan to just walk in, so I don't want him to spook you. And he goes, "Nah, Jordan's like my own kid." So
that's what he said.
Yeah,
yeah, it's official, baby.
So you've been officially upgraded,
dude. Hell yeah! I feel like I'm in the Boy Scouts. You're gonna get the little pin.
You're gonna get my dad's favorite son pin. He's gonna get you a number one son like mug or something, and I'm gonna be like, what?
Oh, here you go, and get you a number 2 son.
He has another son, so he'll give me a number 3 son probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Number 3 son mug.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm probably above him though.
Yeah, fair enough. I would hope not above me though, of course. But yeah, I got into the habit. I think I talked about this once about drawing pictures that I took. And I didn't take this one because I've never seen a woodcock because they're very hard to find. My plan is to find one, but I drew that.
I like the noises they make.
Meep meep. Yeah, apparently that's part of a mating ritual. So when I was drawing, I was looking up a little bit about them.
I do that when I flirt too. So.
Oh, of course. You go to the bar, you're like,
meep
meep,
and then I call a woman sir again.
Then you hit the like they do. I can't believe what you were telling.
There's multiple stories of me calling women sir while I was trying to.
As you guys can tell, this is a modern day Romeo over here.
Honestly.
But plug your phone number.
My phone number right here on the screen. It's in flashing neon lights.
Yeah. Call that number for a good time, ladies and fellas.
Call that number to be disappointed. It's so hot in here. Oh my god.
It is. I
think it's cooking my brain. I can feel my brain swelling against my skull.
You know when eggs simmer? Like,
yeah.
That's what I hear in my skull at the moment.
And it doesn't help. I don't think I've had anything hydrational today. I've had just coffee, I think.
Tomato, you know. It's mostly water anyway.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, Chris, what have you been up to other than roasting alive?
I started reading a book that I bought when I was in Maine. Bought it. Oh God, maybe I am being cooked. I started reading Between Two Fires by a guy that I don't remember his last name, but his first name is Christopher, so basically me.
Might as well be.
Man, that book really earns the dark part of grimdark, like really quickly.
Really?
Really quickly. It starts like page 1. Page 1, it's like, it's the Black Plague.
Okay.
There's these like piece of shit knights that are like, or deserters or whatever, who are
Of course.
traveling through the countryside through this essentially like wasteland at this point, because everyone's dying from like the plague.
Yeah.
And I was preparing myself for like, it's gonna be like a Blood Meridian type thing. They find a donkey, they kill, because there's no food around. They kill the donkey, eat the donkey, and then a girl, like a 11, 12-year-old girl, like makes herself known. And these guys aren't exactly the type that would take care of an 11 or 12-year-old girl. So naturally, she runs away from them, and they try to get her back. One guy from the Legion, there's like 4 or 5 of them. One guy leaves to go retrieve her because the boss is like, he's going to do his thing, have his way with this child. Great. Guy comes back, retrieves the girl, comes back. The other guy's dead.
Oh, shit.
One of the guys murdered both of them, and then so it was 4 guys. One of the guys murdered the other 2, and then the 4th guy comes in with the girl, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you too." Actually, doesn't kill him yet, but like beats the shit out of him, ties him up, whatever. So I was expecting like a Blood Meridian kind of meme, but I think what I ended up getting was sort of The Road.
Yeah,
but
from how I've heard it described, yeah.
It's like The Road, but during the Black Plague. And because of that, it's actually I actually like it. It really smacks you in the face really quick with like, here's the vibe here, and it's not a good one.
Interesting.
And then there's some more like and it grounds itself in reality enough that you're like, oh, this is just like supposed to be, historical fiction or whatever. And then just like an eldritch abomination shows up.
Casually.
Like a few chapters in, you're like, there's a story about this like, there's a monster that's in the river, and one of the local boys reported that it came up and ate his mule, and it was as long as probably 8 or 10 mules. It was huge, and I was like, surely you jest.
Yeah.
And no, it was like this big fucking snake thing with a human hand on its tail.
That's crazy.
And this guy Thomas, who's the main character,
Always a Thomas,
kills it just barely, and then he kind of gets like, he kills it just barely, crawls up onto the shore because it comes out of the river, and he crawls onto the shore in his armor and is like about to die, and then like there's a short chapter about a woman who's dying of the plague. Takes place from her POV, I guess. Well, it's third person omniscient, so it's like kind of everyone's POV.
Yeah.
But she shows up, she's delirious, about to die, and she goes down to the river and sees this, who she assumes is a dead knight. And then like kisses him on the mouth and then dies on him.
Okay.
And then
that's what happened.
So
kissed
he's
you.
definitely he's where I'm at now. He's probably got the plague.
Got his ass with the Arthur Morgan special.
Yeah. So
damn
is what it is. But it is very Cormac McCarthy. It's like, we have Thomas, and then we have the girl and the priest, and like everyone is just a title.
Thing. Yeah.
Who doesn't get a name really.
Yeah.
So I was like, I like it so far. It does dare to ask the question of like, what if Cormac McCarthy wrote a medieval fantasy book, and also McCarthy's prose wasn't as good. I'm not saying it's bad, and I'm not a snob. I read fucking Sanderson, right? Whose prose is like notoriously bad.
But this one's not great.
It's not bad, but it's not Cormac McCarthy. But that's like, I don't know, not many people are.
Yeah.
Not as good as Cormac McCarthy is like as good as a lot of authors get. So
Fair. That's fair. I actually have been doing a little reading myself, Chris, believe it or not. I had a book practically forced down my throat.
you get some picture books.
Yeah.
You got Hop on
It's called
Pop.
Curious George. You ever heard of it? It's riveting.
No, actually.
It's riveting.
Tell me about this Curious George.
So he goes around, right, and he starts stealing pee-bits. That's what he does. He's this little monkey feller. And he goes around, he steals
He's
this
a
guy.
penis-stealing monkey?
He steals the yellow man in the hat's fucking pee-bits. No, but I have been reading an actual book without pictures, mind you. I think the author's name's like Dave Baldacci or something like that. Stop looking at me like that, you fucking freak.
I don't know. My phone's not going off.
No one likes you, that's why.
That's fair.
It's called Hour Game. Hour, like, time.
Like Hour, like Hour.
Boom Howard. I have no idea if that's how his name is spelled, but yeah. So it's about a serial killer. It's like a crime drama type of book. It's pretty good though. I specifically what I like about it is that the chapters are extremely short, and it bounces between perspectives. So you're not ever really just like, and then we walked here, and then we went here, and we opened the door, and the door was yellow, and the handle was cold. You don't get any of that bullshit. It's very matter of fact. It's like, these two characters are at this person's house. This is a conversation they had while interrogating this person. Now they're leaving the house. You don't get all the bullshit of like, they took 10 steps and the wind was blowing to the east, and none of that bullshit. It's very just matter of fact, which I like. But you do get some of that bullshit with the killer, which I think is a artistic choice, because it's kind of showing you the inner workings of his mind, where you kind of get like the hyperfixation on like the colors in the environment and stuff like that. So it's a pretty good book. It's pretty old, I believe.
It's the same sort of thing as like when I read The Devils. That book, the chapters are really short, and like pretty much every one is from like a different, that jumps around between like 7 POV characters.
Right.
And each one, like the character work is done so well that you know implicitly whose head you're in before
Without them
they
saying.
even like. So it's like, oh well, this is this has like long meandering tangents about how deeply sad this person's life is. And then this one is like very ADHD, all right?
Yeah.
So you don't immediately know which character you're talking to.
Yeah. No, that's actually very true about that book in some ways. Specifically with the killer, the rest of the characters are kind of presented in like a regular way, but the killer specifically, you always know it's them because it'll be like talking about observing a lot. Like, he observed this or noticed this or had been waiting. Like, it talks about like a lot of that like lurking, stalkery sort of verbiage, I guess. But it's a pretty good book.
A picture of this guy in the bushes with opera glasses.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So it's, yeah, she convinced me to read it because I tried to convince her to read Spider-Man before she plays the Spider-Man game, because there is a prequel book to the game that the last page of that is the opening cutscene of Spider-Man 2018. So I read that and it was really good. So I tried to convince her to read it. So she's reading that next.
Naturally.
And then playing Spider-Man. So.
Naturally.
But yeah, I haven't read in a while, and I do enjoy it. It just
You still can?
sometimes. Sometimes I struggle with words that are over 4 letters.
I'll be honest. Having done that in my life, like stopped reading for a long time and then picked it back up, you feel like a fucking moron.
You can with certain things. Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my god, this is taking me like actually forever.
Yeah.
Way longer than I assume it should be. And now it's just you
bang,
know.
bang, boom.
I was like the kid that you don't want to call on during popcorn reading. But since then, believe it or not, I have gotten a lot better at my reading's gotten pretty good,
Yeah. You know what I had, like, so I didn't like forget how to read in the sense of like I'm struggling to get through pages. I'm still burning through the book, but actually I just like sometimes skip punctuation now, like, because I haven't read in so long. I'm not in that flow of reading for punctuation, and all of a sudden I'll be like, what just happened? That doesn't make any sense. Then I go back and I'm like, oh, there was like six commas that I skipped.
Or I will misread one word that changes the whole meaning of what I just fucking read.
Yeah, exactly. So that's more of where I've had to slow down sometimes, because I'll just gloss over all the punctuation. Like, oh wait, this character's excited. Didn't realize that. Like didn't click. So So then I'll be like, why are they acting like this? They're like acting mad, but they're not mad. Oh,
why are
there's
they
like 10
acting like this? Why are they acting like this? Are they stupid?
Yeah, exactly. So that's been interesting to get back into. I don't know what, if anything, I'm gonna read next. But
Nice.
hit me with Mistborn, and I swear to God.
I was gonna say the Stormlight Archive, so you're not far off. What's I mean, I don't know. Because I haven't finished it, I'm hesitant to recommend Between Two Fires, but it's pretty good, and it's not like super long. It's like 360, 380 pages, something like that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So,
this one's like 600. This is actually one of the longer books I've read, but it's like a small size.
Or the Devils is pretty good. That's like 5 and change, and that's like a similar kind of vibe. Not with the serial killer thing, but like it's with the perspective thing.
Yeah, maybe that's something to look
into. You get to have the privilege of having read a book where a priest fucks a werewolf.
Page numbers, please.
There was a point in time I probably could tell you.
Spent a long time on that page. They're actually super glued together.
Listen, for a guy who I don't read romance. Romance is usually my least favorite part of books that I read. With these two characters specifically, for like a couple hundred pages, I was like, oh my God, just fuck already. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just get it over with, bro.
Just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Quit pussyfooting around.
Yeah, you get that sometimes with certain characters in books, but yeah, I haven't read like an actual novel not tied into another IP in a long time as well. So that's been interesting because like every book I was reading for a while when I was blowing through reading was like video game tie-ins, like the Uncharted book, the 2 Spider-Man books, the Dishonored books.
Yeah, before you had mentioned most of them, like I didn't know any of those existed. Like I didn't know those were so common.
Yeah. I've read the BioShock tie-in book. I wanted to read what game is it? The Gears of War series. They have a bunch of books. I've wanted to read that, so I've thought about going and reading those. I think those would be good, and they do, I guess, fill in a lot of lore pieces to the game. So I've always kind of wanted to play the games chronologically, and then when the game ends and the books take place, read that, and then continue, and so on.
It takes place from the point of view of the giant worm that sinks the city.
There you go. That's the whole book. It's just like worm.
It's 500 pages of that.
Yeah. Well, it's like the book about cats where it's all just cat and meow. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I gave that to Chunk actually, and he read it because it's in his language as he is a cat. He said it was pretty good.
Yeah.
He was telling me he's bilingual. He speaks English too. And I speak a little cat here and there.
Sometimes you say the wrong thing, though, and he hits you with a right hook.
Well, he just does that normally.
Oh,
that's just how he is.
That's fair.
He's trying to convince me that it's a sign of, like, respect in the feline community, but I don't believe him.
I think it might be quite the opposite. Actually.
Oh, yeah, no. It's specifically a hostile action, actually.
It's definitely entirely hostile. But what are you going to do? I think I know the answer to this question, though. Besides reading, have you played anything?
If I played anything, I'll tell you, I tried to play Payday 2.
I saw that pop up, actually.
I tried to play Payday 2 because one of my friends that I met, like one of my friends I had like in high school, he lives in like Texas, but he and I like we haven't talked for a super long time. But recently, like a couple of my other friends, like I was added to a group chat with him, and he was, and we're like, let's go play Payday again, because that was the gang that would play Payday all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I tried for about an hour to get that game to boot up.
On Linux?
Yeah. Oh, Steam Deck verified, by the way.
Yeah,
Platinum on Proton DB.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is I thought I had played that on Steam Deck. So that's weird.
And yes, I followed the Proton DB instructions, okay? I know there's the native Linux version that sucks dick, all right? I ran it through Proton. I'm not an idiot. Who do you think you're talking to here? I'm Mr. Linux. That's what they call me. It's like when they started calling me Mr. Book. I'm Mr. Linux.
What was happening? Just crashed or just black screen?
I would boot it, and it would run for about 2 frames. meaning that it would run for 1 frame per like 30 seconds for about a minute. So you would get 2 frames, and then the game would just close. And then I tried to fix it by like reading through the crash report, and I couldn't fix it. Granted, I didn't try for very long. I spent like half an hour, 45 minutes on like trying to fuck around with it on my own, and then like I was Googling and I was trying different things. I was like, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
That's funny.
So I didn't play. That's about it though.
That's pretty funny. So you never even got to play it.
This is true. Yeah. No, I didn't.
Why didn't you play Payday 3? That game's great.
Don't talk to me right now. It's too hot for this.
Yeah, we can't have a crash out. No.
Don't. Payday 3 could have been so good. Payday 3 could have been so good. I like most of the mechanics that they added, I'll be honest. I think most of the stuff added to that game is great.
Yeah.
I just think that like they were missing on the like content and playability part.
Yeah, because it didn't run well at all, right? Like
you couldn't get into the game for the first like few weeks that it was out.
That's right. That's true.
There's like 4 heists, and they're all kind of like meh, you know. They're all kind of just like okay.
Didn't they drop that game and go back to Payday 2?
Yeah. Well, because everyone was like, they dropped it, and then everyone was like, yeah, this shit sucks. And then...
That's pretty wild. I feel like we haven't seen that a lot. That'd be like Call of Duty dropping a new Call of Duty, and then being like, actually, we're going to go back to the last one. That'd be pretty crazy. That'd be pretty uncharted territory, honestly.
Or like the thing that's almost certainly going to happen where Rockstar is going to continue making GTA 5 online content after GTA 6 drops.
Yeah, until they do probably a full online for GTA 6.
That monetization model on GTA 6 online is going to be disgusting. I can tell already.
It's going to be deplorable.
I can feel it. I can feel it in my scrot.
Well, because GTA 5's economy started out pretty good, actually.
It wasn't bad.
It had a decent economy, and then it just ballooned into just terrible. Like, GTA 6 is going to start at that point.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the thing.
There's a lot of discourse already going around about the price of the game,
which I think is entirely unwarranted in my opinion. I'm gonna have a toxic opinion here.
I think it was inevitable. Games have been $60 for a very long time. Like games have been $60 since like the 90s. It was inevitable that the prices inevitably were going to eventually come up. This is just how things work. It's just how money works. I will say, if there was going to be a company to do it who can throw out that middle finger, there's a very tiny bug here. Anyway, if there was a company that could do that middle finger to just throw that middle finger to the community, gaming community, it would be Rockstar because they can get away with fucking anything. The thing I don't like about it, because conceptually, like, I don't think $80 to $100 is like a crazy price for a game that is of that caliber. The thing I don't like about it though is there very, very clearly is they very, very clearly make the $100 version of the game the one that is the full game. Because there's just arbitrary content that's locked behind the special edition or whatever. It's like, oh, all of these stores exist only in the special edition. So that's the full game. And the $80 one is like here, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm still going to fucking buy it. Also, no physical disc planned. Ridiculous.
Yeah. So, all right, here's my toxic opinion. You ready? Number one, if you adjust for inflation, GTA 6 is one of the cheapest games in the entire series compared to the launch price of all the other games.
Kind of what I was getting at, yeah.
So, boo-hoo. Second of all, in a world where WWE 2K27 Ultimate Edition is $165, you have no merit to sit here and complain about what is inevitably going to be the largest piece of media ever created to date being $100. Like, I'm sorry, you fucking don't.
This is true. I think that like 2K and Call of Duty and all these like yearly franchise games have way more audacity being like $90 or $80 or whatever than GTA has being.
Buy the Vault Edition of Modern Warfare 4 for $80. Why don't you? Get you a new skin. And number 3, I understand the frustration of the Ultimate Edition being the full game because you're right. It's content being removed from the game and put behind a price wall. That is definitely true. But it's also no different than what they've done on every other launch that no one has complained about. I have the Ultimate Edition of Red Dead 2 that gives me a bank robbery that only I can play.
That's
and
true,
gives me clothes and guns for Arthur that only I can have. It's no different. It's just on a bigger scale this time because it's GTA.
It's more stuff too. It's more stuff that you don't get access to.
But I will say, that's what I'm saying, it is more stuff, but it's also like mediocre stuff, in my opinion. Like, I guess if you're someone who plays GTA for the clothing stores, sure. Like, yeah, you're going to be pissed. But, like, where I think the problem came into play here was their messaging around a lot of this, where initially people were freaking out because they didn't understand the way it was worded because it sounded like you could not customize your car's rims or interior without having the $100 edition, and you could not get your nails done as Lucia or your beard trimmed and hair done as Jason without that.
Well, I don't know what specific bit of marketing you're referencing, but I was looking at like the comparisons that they have on like Rockstar Vault or whatever, and I didn't get that impression at all.
Yeah, so in their blog post, so I haven't seen the comparison tree or anything, but in their blog post, the way it's worded, you could, if you really, reach for the for the sky here, you could try to deduce that those entire gameplay mechanics are locked and not just those stores. But if you have like a little bit of forethought,
I think Rockstar, what they have to understand is that no one can read anymore.
Yeah. So that was the biggest freak out. If you really want to have something to yell about with GTA 6, I don't think we should be talking about the price, and I don't think we should be talking about the Ultimate Edition. We should be talking about the no disc and what that just did to Sony, because you know what Sony just announced, right? You have to have seen it.
Oh, the how they just fucking yanked a bunch of content from people?
No, after that. You haven't seen this yet?
No, I don't think so.
Sony announced January 2028 they will no longer support discs. They will not be manufacturing any disc for any game.
None at all?
None. Not a single one. And the internet is on fire about it.
All right.
So we should be, as consumers, fighting that fight. Not worrying about the cosmetics that are locked behind a paywall or the car. Like, yeah, that's a fight to be had, but we're talking different levels here, I think it's fine to be butthurt about it, but like we should really focus on this new digital code in a box future.
I think at that point, by the way, why the fuck even manufacture the game cases anymore?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit at that point if you're just going to give me a card with a number on it? Mm-hmm. Just sell me the fucking digital game. Also, I will say, I think people would be less upset about the pricing part of it if they just had the stones to just make it $100. Here's the one version of the game that's $100.
Yeah, people would be like, oh, okay.
People would be like, well, that sucks, but it's GTA, man.
Yeah.
And don't act like you weren't going to fucking buy the $100 version already, all right?
I mean, I am. So I'll tell you right now, I am.
I am going to buy that as well.
I was planning on pre-ordering the physical $100 edition until I realized it was a code. So.
I also was, same thing. I was going to get the special whatever, realized that I'm just going to get a code in a box and I'll just buy the digital.
Yeah, because then I can preload it. So what's the difference? But yeah, so the problem is, right, Mr. Matty Plays, I don't know if you've ever seen his YouTube channel. He did a pretty good breakdown. Some of his stuff, sometimes he goes on tangents and I zone out, but he did a breakdown of PlayStation getting rid of discs. And he pointed out the most inherent flaw with this future that people are just not realizing. And it was that he pulled up an Amazon listing for a physical copy of God of War Ragnarok, and he went to the PlayStation Store. On the PlayStation Store, God of War Ragnarok is $69.99.
Right.
On Amazon, it's I think $34.99. Because it's a secondhand market.
Yeah, it's you've just killed most of GameStop's business by doing that, by the way.
So
not that they were doing well in the first place, but
fair. But here's the thing: is as a consumer, people say like, "Well, yeah, but sales will always be there." But how do you know that? How can you confirm that they're not going to just stop putting shit on
Yeah,
sale?
I wouldn't count on a corporation to do fucking anything.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is that you're going to have a game that can be revoked at any time because Sony literally did it 2 days before they announced this. They revoked all those movies and TV shows. And then, on top of that, there's no resale market. I will tell you, as someone who bought Sony's newest exclusive, Sorrows, I played it for 10 hours, was like, I'm not vibing with it, and sold it for $40. More than GameStop would have traded into me. The person who bought it got a discount. I made some of my money back on the purchase. It's a one-time use code.
And let me clarify. Is it Sony, like PlayStation as a platform that doesn't support them, or Sony first party isn't going to be
PlayStation
making?
as a platform.
As a platform.
That's how they've worded it, is they will not be making any disc for any new games.
I got to get my silver spray paint. I got to spray paint my arm silver. I'll let my hair down.
Johnny Silverhand that?
Yeah.
So the problem here is they've killed the resale value.
Nice.
Well, they've not killed it. It's gone.
Yeah.
They've basically removed collecting.
Yeah.
Because you're collecting a plastic
Oh
case.
yeah, I don't give a that. I won't buy any fucking games on PlayStation really anymore. Well, I don't know. Are they're probably not? Didn't they say they weren't doing any more PC releases?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
But
So-
literally the only reason I ever buy a game on PlayStation is because it's only on PlayStation, and I will always buy the physical because I want the disc.
the whole
Just
point.
because I don't get to buy physical games ever. I'm like, you get the disc too. It's
Yeah.
great. And it has the 1.0 version of the game on the disc, so if I ever decide, Sony servers blew up in the great apocalypse of 2029, I could still load that on my PS5 and call it a day.
Remind you, right, just to set the stage here. So GTA 6 announces no disc. People are upset about that. A couple days later, Sony pulls out 300 or 500 movies, whatever it was. From
Yeah, it was a shitload.
2 days after that, they announced no more physical discs and that they're shutting down the digital stores for PS3 and PS Vita officially in July of, I think, 27.
I like how in the same move, they just explained to you why that's a problem. It's like
They showed you their hand.
they can arbitrarily shut down the game store. And listen, I'm not saying that it's like that these stores weren't a fucking waste of server space. However, does this now mean that no one who has digital PS3 games or whatever, does that mean that now they can't auth their game?
Yeah. So they clarified that you will be able to download your games for the foreseeable future, is what they said. That is what they said. They said after the store closed, you will be able to download anything you've already purchased. You just can't purchase new things for the foreseeable future. Which means until they get sick of paying the server bill.
Yeah.
So
I don't like that.
Yep. So that's a big problem. And honestly, the real issue I have with it is I know they have share play set up where if you have a PS5 and I have a PS5, I can share my game digitally with you. But it doesn't work the same. It has limitations. If I just have a game disc and I'm like, hey Chris, I played this game. I know you don't want to buy it because it's not your forte, but you've wanted to try it. Take this disc and go try it out.
Yeah, and now
crazy.
in this situation, if I want to try this game, I have to go to Jordan's house. And I have to put my hands over his hands on the controller.
Only.
And so it's like I'm Jordan and I can play the game.
Yeah. So a lot of corporations have been posting statements making fun of Sony. So Domino's made one. They said due to market trends, because the way that Sony worded it, they said due to the rapidly changing market trends, our data shows us this. So Domino's was like, due to market trends, we will be transitioning all of our physical pizzas over to digital pizzas that people can enjoy at home through the power of imagination.
Due to market trends, we're actually going to spit in your mouth and stomp you in the head.
Yeah. I think listen, I've never done this before. I've never been someone who actually was good about holding my ground when it came to stuff like this. But I think if the PS6, if this doesn't get resolved and the PS6 is announced and they say no disk drive, will not support discs, that's it. They hold their ground. I think this is the last PlayStation I buy.
I can say that probably just based on I can think of a couple things that I would play in future, but also like I don't know how much I.
Yeah. See, my PlayStation's been a glorified paperweight as it is anyway.
Oh yeah,
So
I took it apart like I unplugged it and moved it when I was like moving my room, and that was the beginning of 2025. So
yeah.
So it's been in my old room since then.
Yeah. Yep. So like I think I'm gonna try and hold my ground on this one. The only thing I would miss is those Rockstar games specifically. But to be honest with you, hopefully Xbox uses this as like some leverage to maybe get a little bit of a foothold. Because I'll buy an Xbox, like I will if their thing is they do physical games again. I'll buy the next Xbox over a PlayStation. So, but it's tough because on PC we're used to digital, you know.
Yeah.
So you could argue like, well, what's the difference? PC's been doing it for 20 years, but there's just something different and less predatory. Like you have to experience both.
Well, I think, to be honest with you, the answer to this is like, why don't we care, is one word: Steam.
Yeah.
And specifically the philosophy of Gabe Newell. If he, I think personally, if he doesn't leave Steam in good hands when he goes, the whole PC gaming industry's fucked.
Yeah.
Because like this one guy is supporting so much shit on his back, trying to make sure that people still have access to games, still have access to good hardware, is willing to sell shit at a loss specifically to get their hardware out, and supporting open source software and supporting all this stuff. There's no other guy who's doing that in the industry at the moment on the level that Gabe Newell is.
Doing it. Yeah, 100%.
So
yeah.
if Valve and Steam and specifically Gabe Newell didn't exist, PC gaming would be fucked. Would be just as fucked, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said this to someone at work. I was like, the problem with PlayStation Digital versus like Steam is if I play a game on Steam, I'm willing to take a gamble on genres I don't know if I'll like because their customer policies, like their refund policy, is very customer first. Like I played High on Life. Their Steam's refund policy is supposed to be 14 days after purchase or 2 hours of playtime, whatever one essentially comes first.
Yeah.
You have to be under those thresholds. I played High on Life for 8.5 hours and got hard locked. So I submitted a Steam support request being like, hey, I was hard locked. I literally cannot progress and I'm not replaying 8 hours, so like give me a refund. And they did. They literally did. Why? Because that was a known issue with that game. Was getting hard locked at multiple points in the story. PlayStation ain't gonna do that. They don't do that. The only game that I can think of that PlayStation has ever given refunds for on a mass scale because of known issues is Cyberpunk. That is the only game, and that was only because they pulled it off of PlayStation 4 as a platform entirely at that time. So they refunded everyone who bought it on PS4. That's the only one I can think of.
I was just say I think they did that with Arkham Origins, whatever that fuck ass Batman game was, but that was, or maybe Arkham Knight. I don't remember. Whatever
Arkham
one was
Knight, that happened
shitty,
with Steam.
but that was with Steam. Yes.
Steam pulled it off PC entirely, and gave everyone refunds. So, like, yeah, I don't mind as much because I can still go back to games from way back when on Steam, and play them. And the other thing is like with PC as well, all the old shit is pretty much preserved anyway. With shit like archive.com or what's the other one? Like Vim's Lair. And like you can find a lot of ROMs for these older PC games that were either disc only or were pulled off marketplaces pretty easily. You can't do that. Like I can't go to my PS5 right now and be like, you know what, I really want to play that obscure PS3 game.
Yeah.
So it's even a harder pill to swallow when every time you upgrade your hardware, you're completely shutting down another part of the market for yourself. Like that's what's crazy to me is at least if Sony could say, hey, PS6 is entirely digital, but good news, we have PS1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 games on here. Whether it's through some sort of custom emulator or you plug in a USB CD drive and you can stick your PS2 game in it and have it read it because it's just a standard DVD. Like, if they could do something like that, then I wouldn't have as much of an issue with it. But what? Sony's going to lose the rights to Spider-Man in 6 years and Spider-Man 3 gets pulled off, like if they sell the rights? Like, That's the problem. Like, try to buy Spider-Man Web of Shadows right now. It's $150. How do I know? Because I fucking bought it a while back. Because Activision lost the rights to Spider-Man, and you cannot buy it anywhere.
Great.
That's going to happen with everything. Their new Wolverine game coming out. They don't own Wolverine. Sony has a lot of the rights to Spider-Man. They don't have Wolverine, though. So if they lose those rights, what? Wolverine disappears now off the PlayStation Store? So no one can ever play that unless you have a physical copy from the PS4 and 5 generation? Oh, but hey, your PS6 doesn't have a disc drive. Good luck. You know? Like, that's where the real problem is. And then they had, like, the audacity I saw. I don't know if it's a real message, but a message from Sony, like, following up, being like, we're looking into ways to allow you to take, like, disc games and make them digital, essentially, to play them. So someone was like, oh, what, you're just going to sell us another $100 disc drive? Like, you know, I can go buy a DVD drive at Best Buy for like $20, right? But yet the Sony one's like $100. Like, come on.
I'm so far, like, I don't understand how more people, and these things happen all the time, where, like, something like this specifically will happen where it's so clearly like a fuck you to like a consumer, and then it will just be like a flash in the pan thing, and then, like, no one will care after a while. I don't understand how more people aren't, like, turning in, how we're not creating a generation of Johnny Silverhands. How more people not like, oh, Arasaka needs to fall.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's just a shitty situation all around, because it's like, this didn't even come at the expense of, like, positive news. It wasn't like Sony was like, hey, check out this really awesome thing we're working on, and for these reasons, we have to do this. It was literally just a big middle finger. Just to be like, hey, look what GTA did. This is what we're going to do now for everything.
I think one of the first bricks, like, one of the first dominoes on this was iPhone 7 getting rid of the headphone jack.
Yeah.
I think it was, like, one of the first dominoes, and then the concrete block is, like, I don't know.
Laptop ports entirely?
Yeah, it was like laptop ports, and then, like, every phone started coming with no headphone jack, and then, like,
SD card.
SD card. This one doesn't have an SD card. I just got this. No SD card slot. There's no SIM tray anymore on most phones. And it's now your PS5, your PlayStation doesn't have a fucking disc drive anymore. None of your games are on disc. We can just take any movies, any games, anything away from you, which I understand has been true for the entire duration of, like, digital games as a whole. But now we can do it across the board because you don't have the fucking physical game anymore.
There's no repository for this.
Yeah. So eventually it's gonna be like you're gonna go to a car dealership and they're gonna go, well, if you get Toyota Corolla Premium plus Premium Pro for an extra $289.99 a month on top of your car payment, you can actually get in the car and it will move.
Yeah.
You can actually put gas in it, and and start it, and it will go.
Yeah. No, that is the reality. Or your next PlayStation won't come with a controller. That'll be the next thing.
You'll just buy the station.
Yeah. No cables.
It just comes with the shell.
But they'll sell you HDMI cable, proprietary one, of course, for like $300 on top of the console price.
It's Sony branded. It's braided. Jordan.
Reminds me of when the PS Vita came out. The whole reason it failed was because the console was like $300, and the SD card or memory cards for it were custom, and they were like, for I think a 4 gig, I think it was like $150. So, no one had money or wanted to buy that. So, that's why the Vita is so good now, because you can just buy an adapter, stick a regular SD card in, jailbreak it, and you have this amazing handheld that is really good, but neutered itself because of that.
Great.
So, yep. Leave it to the homebrew community to fix Sony's fuck up.
I love existing. Dude, it's
Sometimes.
so great.
Sometimes, not every time, but sometimes.
I love existing. I think, to be honest, as I've grown more into like the book sort of side of things, I think that might be one medium that never has this happen because I don't think anyone's ever going to stop buying print books, or there will never not be a market for print books.
There's a whole book out there about that. Fahrenheit 451 isn't that like the big thing? So paper burns.
Well, it's more about book bans than anything.
True.
It's
I thought
more
they
about
burned all books in that though.
Yeah, it's more about like censorship.
Yeah, I thought it was just every book though. They just got rid of physical books and were burning them.
It was a fuck books thing. Yeah.
Yeah, which it's the same kind of vein, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, but I do feel like books at least have another like century or two before anything really starts happening.
I do think so. I think so. Everyone is so quick to say, by the way, like, oh, publishing is dead. Publishing is dead. All the books suck now. They've always sucked. All right. There's like, I complain about this too. Like, oh, movies are so bad. Movies have always been bad.
Yeah.
The ones that you remember, the ones that became classics, were the good ones. There were like, oh, we released 300 movies this year. 2 of them were good. And then this was, 1960, we released 5,000 books. 3 of them became classics.
Yeah.
2026, oh man, books were so much better in the 60s. And then it's the 3 classics that they list.
Yeah, not the other thousands, yeah.
Shut up.
I mean, the same thing happens with games, too. Everyone's like, 2026 is a bad year for games, but we've had, like, absolute bangers.
I'm going to be honest. I think anyone who believed that, because I feel like 2024 was kind of shit. I feel like anyone who thinks any year has been bad for video games in the last like 5-6 years wasn't around for 2014.
Yeah, 2014 was pretty rough.
That was like such a uniquely bad year of video games, especially after coming up from the like all-time run that happened from like 2009 to like 2012, 2013, where we got like banger after banger after banger after banger.
Yeah. I mean, even in that little window you just listed, there's classics: Red Dead, Black Ops 2, Last of Us. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of classics, but like even the shitty games were really good.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of shit.
That was when technology got good enough to make really big games, and before like gaming was still kind of niche enough to not be like ultra profitable. So that way they didn't have like too many execs like jamming their fingers into stuff.
Yeah, things are a little more unfiltered, a little more creative even.
Yeah, you could actually take a risk. You can take risks still in gaming. I just don't think it's not as bad as movies at the moment. I think you can't really take any risks in movies pretty much at all if you're doing a big budget movie. Games, you can take a little bit of a risk, not a crazy one. Books, anyone can publish anything, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think with games and risk, though, like, it's left to the indies to take the risk. Like,
that's
a lot
true,
of those AAA ones just won't.
That's why, like, every game that, like, really blows up and becomes, like, a darling is, like, an indie game right now.
And it's why every mainstream AAA company is remaking their classics.
Yeah.
Like literally, I shouldn't have done this, Chris. I know I shouldn't have, but Steam's refund policy is good. I pre-ordered the Assassin's Creed remake because it comes out on my birthday, so I wanted to play it, and I'm looking forward to it. It looks really good, and again, good refund policy, and it seemed like verified. But they're remaking that because everyone's like, "Yo, Assassin's Creed sucks." So like, what do we do? Let's just remake the one that like pretty much unanimously was loved, because they knew if they remade the Ezio trilogy, right? If they made one of those games, you have to make the 3 of them.
Yeah.
You can't just do the 1.
Yeah.
If you make Assassin's Creed 3, then you have to change the story because people hated that story and pacing. If you make, like, Unity, no one really cared about it because it was so shitty at launch. There's a cult following to it, but not across the board, Syndicate, another sleeper one, and all the other ones are too new. So which one do you remake? The one in the middle that everyone unanimously played and does well as a standalone. Like, duh. Doesn't take a genius to figure that one out.
Yeah, I think they could do the Ezio trilogy remaster or remake or whatever as just like a one disc thing. It's like one price.
One code actually. Chris.
Oh yeah.
No more discs. Get your head out of the clouds. What are you 80? We don't have discs anymore.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A quarter century, by the way. How long has my life has been going on now?
It's been an unfortunate quarter century for both of us.
I gotta do that 4 more times, and I'll be 1 century old. 3 more times.
I don't think we're making it there.
Oh, almost certainly not.
To be honest with you.
I think I got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
It'd be really funny if it was actually dead. And I'm like, this must be a bit, right? And then you slump to the floor. I'm like, huh, he's really selling this bit.
Really selling this, and you can see my heart open up and jump out of my chest and walk away. He's got like a little hobo bindle.
Yeah, pretty much. But I will say, with all the bad news about physical discs and games, it did reignite like a little fire under me to want to continue collecting PS3 and PS2 and stuff for that reason. So, yeah, it's just, what a shitty future. What a bleak future for media, you know? It's like you said, movies kind of are all the same now. Like, you get a couple of good ones. Like, I heard about Obsession. I don't know if you've seen it, but...
Well, this is the thing, is the
film.
things that become these great things right now, at the moment, the ones that we're going to remember as, like, the classics, the standouts, are indie films right now.
Even The Backrooms. That movie was
Like,
really good.
The Backrooms, the Backrooms, Obsession, fucking Iron Lung.
Yeah.
You know?
That's like the indiest of indie films right there.
Yeah, $3 million. Marker Plier was in it.
What was Backrooms? 50 mil? No, it might have been less than that.
No, it was less. It was less than that.
Yeah,
I don't know how much exactly, but it wasn't.
Maybe Obsession was 50.
It wasn't a huge budget. I bet I could tell you. $750,000.
Whoa, no, it definitely wasn't Obsession then. Holy shit.
That movie had no budget at all. Holy shit.
And it's made tons of money because apparently it's phenomenal. It's coming to streaming soon, so I'm probably going to rent it and try to watch it.
Oops. I just fucking did
booms.
I did the thing where, you know, when any person over 40 uses a cell phone and they have one misinput and they just start tapping things.
Hoping for something to happen.
Yeah, that's what I did. I tried to open a message. I accidentally hit mark as read instead of replying. And then I opened TikTok on accident.
And then he panicked and started panic spamming. Yeah, that happens. But
it's so hot in here.
It is. Yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, that's all I have for sad news. I can't believe you hadn't heard about the PlayStation thing because that's been blowing up right now. But I think I'm team. This is my last PlayStation unless they fix this. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really buy consoles to begin with that much.
I always did for the exclusive. That's all I use it for.
Kinda, yeah.
That's it. I use the PlayStation for exclusives, and I've told myself like, oh, if a game doesn't run on my handheld, then I'll use the PlayStation as my fallback. But there's not been a game that doesn't run on the handheld, so I haven't had to even leverage that. So I literally have no reason for a PlayStation. And then even like the few games that it would make sense to have it on, like for example, Call of Duty, I usually will buy, if I end up buying that year's Call of Duty, a copy for me and a copy for Lexi to play. Or I'll try to do split screen. I was going to do split screen this year on PS5, but it's broken on console anyway, and there's no split screen on PC. So I just bought 2 PC copies on sale for the price of 1 PC copy, and I play on my handheld, and she just plays on my PC. And like eventually I want to dual boot my Steam Deck and get that going. So like I don't even have a reason there for the PlayStation. Because the one thing I could have used it for, split screen, it just doesn't work because Activision's a shit-ass company.
I feel like games don't have split screen anymore, really.
Not many. The Lego Batman game that I'm playing does. So.
I feel like, games used to be, like, I feel like most games would have split screen, but I feel like they don't do that anymore.
No.
And this now is the time where we have the TVs for it.
And the technology in the console to actually be able to, like, not struggle doing that.
Yeah, like a split screen, like back in the day, like at 360 days, is like the best split screen got was like you had a buddy who had like a 32-inch flat screen, or maybe their parents had like a 40-inch flat screen or something.
Yeah.
Now it's like I feel like for $2 you can buy an 85-inch flat screen TV.
That'll be good enough.
That will be really good.
Yeah.
Because we're just really good at making TVs now.
Yeah.
One to not complain. I will complain about people complaining about the Gabe Cube, the Steam machine.
Oh yeah.
People talking about it's 1100. It's 1100. Yeah.
What'd you think?
Have you seen how much everything costs lately?
I'm more mad that they upped the price of the Steam Deck to $800 because it ain't worth that. I promise you, it's not worth $800.
Yeah, I know.
As a handheld.
Neither of these two products are worth the money they're charging.
Yeah.
This is not a Valve problem. This is an AI problem. 16 gigs of memory right now is $400. I spent $200 for 64 gigs when I built my computer.
Yeah. Didn't you have 128 at one point?
No.
No,
I
think you wanted it or something.
I was thinking about it, but I just decided to get 64. I don't need 120. I don't even need 64, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a lot of RAM.
64 gigs of RAM in my PC over there. I pointed over here. That's over there. Point at my old room. It's over here. 64 gigs of RAM, $200. It's like $400 now for 16.
Or 16, yeah.
So great, and now every GPU is fucking 4 times what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I put together a similarly spec'd machine on PC Part Picker.
To the Steam machine or to your?
To the Steam machine. You know how much it costs to build a similar PC? About $1,100.
Yeah. Linus did a video.
It's actually a little more to build an actual PC than it is to get the Steam machine.
Fair.
Because Steam is almost certainly still selling this at a loss.
Yeah, or close to it. Linus did a video where he built a PC that was a little bit better than it for I think a couple hundred more. Like instead of 1,100, it might have been like 13. But he used, I believe, used parts. He had to do secondhand parts, which obviously isn't ideal either.
It's a gamble.
Yeah, you can get great used parts, but you also nowadays with GPUs, like it used to not be a big deal to buy a used GPU. Nowadays, you have to assume that person put it through 100,000 hours of crypto mining.
You now have to assume that GPU has been in a fucking Elon Musk lithium mine for the last 36 hours, for the last 36 years. It's been going through it.
Yeah. So, what are you gonna do? I don't think the prices of the system are bad. I just think the system itself is not great, in my opinion. Like, performance-wise, it leaves a lot to be desired.
I think, reading through the specs, I think the specs are fucking abysmal.
Yeah.
I really hate what AI has done to the market, because in a just world, this thing would be... Like, if they released this when they released the Steam Deck, this thing would be $600.
Yeah.
Because...
And that was already after an increase in price, by the way, because of COVID and chip shortages and stuff like that. Price was already affected.
Steam Deck, by the way, when I bought mine, $300.
Yeah.
300 United States dollars. They're triple that now.
Yeah.
And it's the same. There's no upgrade, by the way. It's the same machine.
Yeah. The same fairly mediocre by today's standards machine. Like, yeah. It's pretty nuts. So
this is what I was getting at with last episode. When at 3 p.m., I was normal. 4:23 p.m., 4:20 p.m., I'm the Joker.
Yep. There you go.
The white makeup is going to show up soon.
With all the sweating, it already took it off.
Yeah, all my layers of human makeup is covering, because the Joker is actually my real skin.
Yeah, you fell in the acid bath.
I put human makeup over it. I fell in an acid bath, and it actually melted a layer of makeup off, revealing my skin has been Joker skin the whole time.
Yeah, there you go. But that's all I got for bitching and moaning today. We have a gathering to get to.
I'd like to thank Jordan formally for this rendition of an American woodcock.
Yeah, it's not a bad drawing. It's all right. I have to show you the reference photo.
Meep.
Meep.
That's what they say. They go, meep.
And then when they do it, too, they give it their whole soul. Their whole head goes like, meep.
Meep.
Yeah. Fucking little fat losers.
All right, I'm right here.
You good? You done?
I mean, I'm not good. You got me riled now. Done got me riled.
That's why Chris doesn't like hanging out with me. I just get him riled up, fired up.
This is like when you go when you're at home and you're like you get told like, don't rile up the dog, and you immediately start fucking with the dog. This is like anytime you're like, you hang out with me, you're like, hey, capitalism. And I start foaming at the mouth.
Before I started, this episode with you didn't even know that physical discs were totally dying.
No, my day is ruined.
Yeah. Call the gathering off.
Jordan, you ruined my birthday, dude. You ruined my whole birthday.
Not even his actual birthday, goddammit.
I'm gonna kill you with a gun.
Oh man. That's probably a better way to go.
The gun shoots ultra extra pain, slow dying bullets.
All right. Are we done here? We're cooked. Well, let's try.
I'm literally cooked, yeah.
So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed. Link below. YouTube, Spotify. You can see us. We look terrible this time, so don't tune into that. You could look at the picture I drew. That would be nice. Instagram, TikTok. You can contact us. You can also do so via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. And check out Mr. Andrew on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Bunch of places. You can catch our story, Mac Murray and the Little Man, on 10 Tales from the Script. Check it out. Chris, get your cock out of the way.
Meep.